So I was watching this interesting Rick Beato video recently about what would happen if Stairway to Heaven was released in 2021. It was mainly like a live stream video. He didn't actually break down what it would sound like, but I thought it'd be an interesting challenge to take on to recreate Stairway to Heaven if it was released today, essentially. So first of all, I know I'm going to have to change the song length. 8 minutes long is not going to cut it. So it's going to be somewhere between 2.5 to 3 minutes long. That's sort of the rough song length I've been noticing that's popular these days, especially due to TikTok and Spotify playlists, etc. Second thing is going to be the complexity of it. The original song's got a lot of different sections, dynamic changes, tempo changes. Modern songs don't seem to have that. It's a lot more streamlined and simplified. So I'm probably just going to take the iconic guitar intro, turn that into a loop, and build the whole song around that. It's going to have a lot more programmed instruments in it. So the only real instruments probably are going to be the guitar and my voice. Everything else will be, programmed in. And lastly, there's going to be a lot of autotune. So let's see how it goes. So with the guitar part, I took the iconic intro, I simplified it, I added this sort of percussive slap element to it, which gives it sort of Ed Sheeran, John Mayer kind of vibe. Recorded it once, cut it up so I could put it on the grid and keep it nice and tight, and then turn that into a loop and literally just looped it for the majority of the song. The only other part I did do was the sort of strumming part, which goes from A minor to D. That's used as a sort of middle eight just to break it up a little bit. But other than that, that's pretty much the guitar part throughout the whole song. All right, so let's talk about the drums. They were really straightforward. It's just one main groove that consists of kick, snare, hi-hat, claps, and a percussion sound. And that's pretty much it. The loop doesn't really change. The only thing that does change is what elements are playing at what time. So sometimes I drop out some of the elements, sometimes I bring them back in. And that seems to be quite common these days. There'll be like one main groove, and what actually changes is like the layers that come in and out with the drums. So the chorus might have some extra hi-hats, extra percussion, extra snare hits, and the verse is a bit more stripped down, but the actual main groove and pattern is the same. It doesn't have like a different rhythm or a different beat, so to speak. Like everything else in my version of this song, the bass is pretty straightforward. It's following the guitar chords, the root notes of the guitar chords. It's a subby sound played on the keyboard to sort of add some low end to the track along with the kick drum. But yeah, there's not much other feature to it really besides sort of adding the weight to the track in this version. So for the synth parts of this song, I kept it quite simple. There isn't that many. I'm using a sort of pad sound in some of the choruses and an arpeggiated part as well. They're really there just to sort of add some ear candy and to sort of give the illusion of changes going on. So rather than using tempo changes or groove changes, dynamic changes, kind of like the original one does, I'm using layering to sort of keep the listener interested as the song goes throughout.
There's a lady who's sure that all her glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Ooh, and and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Let's talk about the vocals for this song. Now, obviously, I'm no Robert Plant, but I did what I could. Back in the day, in the 70s and the 80s, I tend to find singers had a lot more powerful voices, or they needed to have more powerful voices to be heard over a loud band when performing live. They didn't have in-ear monitors, they didn't have ways to control all the noise, so the singers themselves simply just had to be loud when they sang. They would still do the same in the studio. Whereas nowadays, a lot of people are recording in situations like I have here, a home studio situation. There's background noise, there's neighbors to be considerate of. So, singers seem to sing a lot quieter these days, and you can get away with it more. You can compress things easier, you can turn things up easier, you've got more control over the mix. And that also includes live singing as well, with in-ear monitors, etc. So I definitely sang a lot quieter, softer than Robert Plant would have had to. There is a lot more layering going on, so the chorus is like super stacked. There's like doubles, there's low octaves, high octaves, giving it this kind of like wall of sound vocal style, which isn't really present in the original song, but is very popular these days.
There's a lady who's sure that all the glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. Yeah. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. She's buying a stairway to heaven. As we wind on down the road, our shadows taller than our souls. There walks a lady we all know, who shines a white light, wants to show. Yeah. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven.
So there you have it. Hope I didn't completely butcher this classic for everyone, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of guitar videos, and I'm going to be doing some more production videos like this in the future. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.